Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto I.O., place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is Not Important, and I'm your host. Game time. Bitwise announces Ethereum ETF launch on October 2nd. That's today, in case you were wondering. Moving on with the Ethereum ETF news. VanEck to donate 10% of profits from ETH ETF to core developers. Microsoft formed a nuclear power team to support AI. What is a nuclear power team? I guess we'll find out. And last but not least, Coinbase crypto exchange obtains payment license in Singapore. All right, to the market, guys. I'm gonna refresh this real quick. Oh, housekeeping too. Guys, please subscribe. We're about to kick off this bull run. It's getting started sooner than later. Subscribe to the channel, turn on bell for notifications, watch the videos, like the videos. Let's get the crypto adoption going. Let's get the channel blowing through the roof. That way I can get you guys more news, more content. Who doesn't want more content in a world full of it? I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. Do listen to me. I have no idea. Anyway. Guys, current market cap right now is sitting at 1.12 trillion. Up about 3% from yesterday. Current Bitcoin dominance ticking up 49.4%. ETH dominance at 18.6. Gwei sitting at 20. A little higher than we've been seeing, but hey, still not a bad transaction fee compared to the stuff we saw last cycle. Fear and greed index ticking up. We are now at 47. Still sitting potentially in neutral. 47 is neutral, I guess. What is it? Anything between, I would assume anything between 40 and 59 is what they consider neutral. But Bitcoin, yesterday evening, decided to make a decision and run like a raped ape. We're going to talk about it. Let's go ahead and blow through the top 100 right now. Yeah, we got Bitcoin at 4.2 on the 24-hour. On the upside, 4.85 for Solana. 4.03 for Wrapped BTC. Maker down 5.6% after going 16.6 for the week. 4.9 on MNT Mantle. 4.84 for Optimism. 4.76 for Stacks. 17.24. What is going on with Bitcoin Satoshi's vision? This is absolutely insane. Almost $100 million in 24-hour volume. Wow. BANANAS. 7.34 for Render. 12.27 on the day for XEC. 5.57 for DYDX. 4.51 for Casper. And that's it for your top 100. One inch, still sitting in the 100 spot. Well done, 1 inch. All right, guys, Bitcoin, 4 hour, which is what I've been looking at for quite some time. Let me turn off the ribbons. Okay. I need to clean up these lines. They all seem so important to me, though. Okay, guys, Bitcoin, 4 hour. This is what I left you off with, right around here. I told you this downward trend line from the original descending wedge that we broke down from to put us into the position that we're in right now. I said if we do not flip this into support, I will not be bullish in the short term. So broke up, got down, we're beating our heads on it as resistance again. This is right around where I left you. So we came out, ran up a little bit, and let's look at this here. Let me expand this, because I know it's hard to tell in the 4 hour. We're gonna look at it on the 1. Give you a better idea of how perfect this played out. Whoa, whoa, what are you doing? Don't do that. Okay. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Got above it. Oh, and look at this. I mean, guys, this is textbook. We literally flipped it perfectly on the 1 hour to support. Bounced, hit our head on that 27,310 again. Looked like we were going to come back down and said, nah, F it. Let's go. And blew the F up. Got hung up right around 27,981, which if you guys have been watching this channel for weeks, I told you, I have zero bullish sentiment in the short term until we flip 27,981 on my charts. We'll call it 28 because I know that's a psychological level that everyone was looking at. But I told you, if we don't get a handful of candle closes, and I'm hoping for daily candle closes, by the way, above 28, none of this matters. So we're going to go down the timeline or down the time frames and see what it looks like. On the 1 hour, we did a perfect retest and then ripped again. Now we're beating our heads against this 28,413, close to it. Let's look at on the 2 hour. Same thing, couple of candle closes and rip. The 3, a lot of indecision and then rip. 4 hour, we've got 1, 2, and how much time we got? 36 minutes on this third 4 hour candle close, which is good. This is looking better and better. We've got 1 candle close above it on the 8 hour. And we're still within the 12 hours. So what I want to see, this is on a daily right now, I want to see at least 1 daily candle close above this before I start getting too excited. All right, at least bare minimum. Let's go back to the last time we were over these levels, and we just ripped through it last time. Last time we were here was on June 20th. And here's what we're doing right now. We're beating our head on that 28,413 area. So it's resistance, resistance, resistance. Let's look at the 4 hour from here. Just looking back in history, guys, and seeing what we might be getting hung up on right now. Right here. Back in May 28th. And right here, May 11th. Last time it was resistance again, from what I can see, yeah. Around April 20th. Okay. So guys, that's where we're at, right? And I'll be honest with you, there are a handful of people in the space that I respect heavily. We're going to extend this too, because I'm just curious if this thing comes back down, if it'll touch and bounce off of this. Okay, there's a handful of people in the space, guys, that I respect heavily that are saying a potential dip back down to 26 before we take off could be in play. So let's see what that would look like. Looking at 8.33% pullback from where we're at right now. I don't know, but what I've always told you guys, oh yeah, and this is a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. I'm just some random dude in a room drawing lines on charts. Don't listen to me. But what I've always told you guys since I started this channel is if you are trading, and if you're, actively trading, I'm just buying bags, etc., don't look at a chart with bias, going, I hope it's going to go up, I hope it's going to go up, or vice versa, I hope it's going to go down. Look at a chart and look at both situations, because every trade, every setup has a potential to go either way, just different percentages, right? So with that being said, be prepared for 26, right? Be prepared to rip to 30. 30 is looking like it's going to be a very, very strong resistance as well. If we do run to 30, be ready for a pullback. On top of all of this, with the ETFs coming through, etc., there's bullish, there's bearish sentiment, there's all sorts of stuff going on. Just be prepared for these moves. Don't expect us to just continue to skyrocket up. Any run like this, when the market opens, like when the traditional market opens, and a regular, the rest of the world wakes up is what I'm really getting at. Don't be surprised if people take profits and we start to, come back down. If you were in a trade, especially a leverage trade right now, take profits. Take them. You made the money. Don't expect this thing to just keep ripping and ripping and ripping. It might. It always will. It's always a possibility. It's always a potential to continue going in a certain direction. But don't expect it, especially on big, giant green candles like this. Here's what I would say. If we do get a pullback, there's two levels I'd be looking at for, while I'm staring at the chart right now, just coming up off the top of my head. There's two levels I'd be looking at for a potential bounce to continue moving to the upside, right? I would be looking right around here, which again we'll call 28,000, which is that psychological level. Hope we get a bounce here and flip this to support and then continue moving forward. Outside of that, I would also be looking here at this 27,310 for a potential bounce to turn and support. At any point in time, if we break this, let's say we break this level of 27,981, right? And I'm just using my levels I've got drawn here, but let's say we break let's say we break 28 and we go down to 27,310 and we do get a bounce. Again, don't expect a giant run. I would expect us to potentially be beating our heads again on 28. If we lose all these and bounce at this 27,310, and then we come back up to 28 and we flip 28 back into resistance, we keep beating our head on it, I would expect a rollover. And then I would probably be looking at 26. But that's it, guys. Just after moves like this, be prepared for some downwards action. Why? Well, because people are going to start opening up shorts. It makes sense. After a big run like that, everybody's going to start opening up shorts. And on top of that, people are going to take profit, which they should, which you should if you made some money. But that's what we're looking at. Keep your eye on this 28,413. And again, 28,610 Satoshi Stacker, which is funny because I use this as the only reason this is green is because that was a buy order I had filled. And I like to know where my buy orders are at. But Satoshi Stacker, who's another guy I watch, he has a heavy resistance right here at 28,610, right where I had my buy order. Weird. So watch us to potentially get stuck up and hung up right around here. But that's it, guys. That's all I got for Bitcoin. Side note, if you do have any questions that I might be able to answer for you or help you guys out with trading, etc., guys, go over to X. Follow me on @BoringCryptoIO. Message me there. I'll get you guys the questions answered if I can. All right, moving on to the news. Bitwise announces Ethereum ETF launch on October 2nd. That's today. Bitwise Asset Management has revised its spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund application and confirmed that trading for 2 ETH futures ETFs will commence on October 2nd. Let's go. The firm has revealed that trading is scheduled to commence for the Bitwise Ethereum Strategy ETF and the Bitwise Bitcoin and Ether Equal Weight Strategy ETF. That's a mouthful. Bitwise stated that this move will enable investors to access Chicago Mercantile Exchange ETH futures. The firm's chief investment officer, Matt Hogan, said Ethereum offers a more extensive portfolio opportunity compared to Bitcoin. Some investors view Ethereum as an alternative, while others perceive it as a conventional growth investment, encompassing attributes of both. Numerous companies awaiting approval for a spot Bitcoin ETF have also entered the Ethereum ETF race. Cointelegraph recently reported that asset management company Invesco is also exploring the possibility of introducing the Invesco Galaxy Ethereum ETF. Bitwise, BlackRock, Invesco, Valkyrie still await approval for their spot Bitcoin ETF applications by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, which has delayed making a decision amid a looming U.S. government shutdown. Right. I challenge you guys to go read what happened over the weekend with that fiasco and the children running our country. It's pretty funny and also sad. Additionally, The outcome of the Grayscale lawsuit, which supports the transformation of the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust (GBTC) into a Bitcoin ETF, might influence when the SEC makes a decision regarding approving spot Bitcoin ETF applications. On August 29th, a U.S. court paved the path for the approval of the Grayscale spot Bitcoin ETF by dismissing the agency's objections. Meanwhile, Bloomberg Bloomberg analyst James S. has disclosed the complete roster of 9 Ethereum future ETFs slated to receive expedited approval from the SEC for their launch on Monday, October 2nd, 2023, which is today. Spread the growth, baby. Let's go. Moving on. VanEck to donate 10% of profits from ETH ETF to core developers. The protocol guild team. God. It's Monday, guys, and I'm an idiot. The Protocol Guild, a team of over 150 ETH core developers, will be the beneficiary. VanEck argues that asset managers should give back some of the ETH ETF proceeds to the community. Global asset manager VanEck will donate 10% of all profits from its upcoming ETH Futures Exchange Traded Fund to Ethereum core developers for 10 years. The company announced on X, formerly Twitter, on September 29th. The beneficiary will be the Protocol Guild, a group of over 150 developers maintaining Ethereum's core technology. According to VanEck, it's only fair for asset managers to return part of their proceeds to the community building the crypto protocol. It stated, if TradFi stands to gain from the efforts of Ethereum's core contributors, it makes sense that we also give back to their work. We urge the other asset manager ETF issuers to consider also giving back in the same way. VanEck disclosed its upcoming Ethereum strategy ETF on September 28th, saying it will invest in ETH futures contracts. The fund will be actively managed by Greg Krenzer, head of active trading at VanEck, and it expands to be listed on Chicago Board Options Exchange in the coming days. Other traditional investment firms set to offer exposure to ETH futures include Valkyrie and Bitwise, while the line for a spot ETH ETF keeps growing, with Invesco, Galaxy, ARK 21 shares, and VanEck waiting for regulatory approval. Guys, if you don't see the bullish sentiment coming, I don't know. Like, again, I keep seeing people like just saying this next bull cycle is going to be lame, it's going to be soft, it's not going to be as big as people are expecting, but I keep seeing this stuff, and it's just like we're right on the tipping point. I'm not saying it's going to be bigger than the last one, but I don't think it's going to be as lackluster as a lot of people are saying. Call me a hopium, call me a fool, I don't know. That's just where my head's at. That's what I keep saying. Other traditional investment firms set to offer exposure to ETH futures include Valkyrie, Bitwise. While the line, did I read that? Yes, I did. Sorry. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission recently delayed a decision of whether to approve a spot ETH product until December. Look, guys, they're already looking. They haven't even approved the Bitcoin spot ETFs yet, and they're already looking at ETH spot ETFs. Let's fucking go. With this move, VanEck joins other crypto native communities supporting the Ethereum network, including Lido Finance, Uniswap, Arbitrum, Optimism, ENS, Domains, Moloko DAO, and Nouns DAO. Over the past few years, core developers received 4,846 contributions, generating over $12 million in donations, according to a public dashboard tracking donations sent to the guild's mainnet. Funds are then distributed among its members according to a weighted ratio based on their contribution periods. Core developers are reportedly working on Ethereum Improvement Proposal EIP 4844. I'm not reading that. I am reading it. Proto Danksharding? Does that really say Dankshard? Jesus. An upgrade that will introduce a new transaction type to Ethereum, promising to reduce transaction fees for layer 2 protocols. Let's go, guys. All right, Microsoft is forming nuclear power teams to support AI. What does that mean? I don't know. Hopefully they explain it to us. Microsoft is forming a new team of professionals to advance its artificial intelligence plans with small modular reactors and microreactors. Tech giant Microsoft is apparently forming a new team to advance its artificial intelligence plans by hiring a professional to develop an energy strategy based on small modular reactors and microreactor energy. According to a job post, reported? Is that supposed to be reported? See, I can't read, but these guys can't type. Which one's better or worse? I don't know. Reported by The Verge, Microsoft is looking for a principal program manager who will lead its nuclear technology efforts to support the development of AI models. The next major wave of computing is being born as Microsoft Cloud turns the world's most advanced AI models into a new computing platform, according to a quote from Microsoft Chairman and CEO Satya Nadella in the job description. The ideal candidate must have at least 6 years of experience in the nuclear industry, engineering, or energy market, reads the post, which is currently closed to applications. The position will also be responsible for exploring other experimental energy technologies. Complex machine learning models like deep learning can consume significant energy for several reasons, including complex computations and large volumes of data. A study published in 2019 by the MIT Technology Review found that training a single AI model can emit as much carbon as the atmosphere is 5 cars in their lifetime. Interesting. A few ways to reduce the energy consumption of AI models involves developing more efficient algorithms and hardware, as well as using renewable energy sources from data centers such as nuclear power. According to the United States Office of Nuclear Energy, one of the main advantages of nuclear power is that it produces zero carbon emissions and doesn't emit other greenhouse gases. However, researchers at Stanford University argue that this energy source isn't a solution to environmental problems, since it has a long time lag between planning and operation, a large carbon footprint, and meltdown risks. Well, we'll see. All right, finally. Coinbase crypto exchange obtains payment license in Singapore. The new MPI license comes 1 year after Coinbase's initial in-principle approval in Singapore, enabling it to expand digital payment token services. United States-based cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase is expanding operations in Singapore after securing major regulatory approval from the country's central bank. Coinbase has obtained a major payment institution MPI license from the Monetary Authority in Singapore, MAS. The firm announced on October 1st the new license, coming 1 year after Coinbase's initial in-principle approval in Singapore, enables the company to expand its digital payment token services to individuals and institutions in the country. According to MAS, MPI licensed firms are authorized to conduct payment services without being subject to transaction limits of 3 million Singapore dollars, 2.2 million in US. For any payment service. The approved companies are also free from the $6 million SG, 4.4 million in US, limit of monthly transactions for 2 or more payment services other than e-money account issuance and money changing services. The newly acquired license is not only a validation of Coinbase's operations, but also represents a responsibility to the growing crypto and Web3 community in Singapore, the firm said in the announcement. Coinbase is actively developing products and services designed specifically for Singapore, launching Pay Now and Fast bank transfers in March of 2023. Coinbase has also integrated Singapore's digital identity service, SingPass, to simplify onboarding. Additionally, Coinbase has been collaborating with major local blockchain firms, including Nansen AI, Blockdaemon, and Infura, to expand its products like Base Blockchain and Wallet as a Service. From our initial investment in the Lion City, we've identified Singapore as a vital market for Coinbase. The exchange noted, stressing that more than 30% of Singaporeans were found to be current or past owners of crypto in its recent survey. The announcement added, Singapore has naturally become a significant location for the industry. Moreover, Singapore is home to over 700 Web3 companies, making it a pivotal market for the growth of the company. For the growth of the crypto and Web3 economy. Coinbase did not immediately respond to Cointelegraph's request for a comment, As previously reported, major global cryptocurrency firms have been increasingly securing Singapore's MPI license recently. Crypto data and wallet provider Blockchain.com became the 12th firm to receive the license in August of 2023. The USDC stablecoin issuer Circle received the MPI license in June of 2023 following crypto exchange Crypto.com. Seeing a trend here. FDUS, we're going to Singapore because they are going to let us innovate. Let me know what you guys think. Comments down below. Let's go to Bitcoin one last time. Getting rejected. All right. Let's look at the 1 hour. Running out of steam, guys. Volume's falling out. Let's go to the 7 minute. I don't know. 7 minute looking a little bullish right here. Maybe a baby flag. Yeah. Sorry, just thinking. All right, guys. Keep your guys' eyes on the levels that I said earlier. Outside of that, that is all I have for you this morning. If you guys do enjoy the content that I provide here for you every morning on Boring Crypto IO, please subscribe. Let's get bigger. Together. Hand in hand. Being friends. Making money. Crypto growth. Guys, turn the bell for notifications so you know when I do post videos. And please, above all, if you do anything, watch the videos, share the videos on all your social platforms, and like the videos the way I like you guys. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. I am an idiot, and I'm out of here.